and Tufan. I think this Tufan is going to take Pakistan like a storm.
Good morning everyone. Welcome to a very special episode of our show. Mumtaz Herbal product presents Voice of Excellence only on City FM 96's official Facebook page. This is Sadid Adnan Wahid, your host for today's show, and I have the distinct pleasure of hosting a very special guest here today at the High Commission of Pakistan, His Excellency Mr. Syed Ahmed Maroof, the Pakistani High Commissioner to Bangladesh. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Good morning, sir. It's a pleasure meeting you here.
Pleasure having you. Please. How you been?
I've been good, sir.
I once again, welcome you to the Pakistan High Commission and to have you as a guest at our place. But I'm also your guest in your program, which is going to be aired sometime. So welcome to you and your team, and looking forward to a lovely discussion with you.
Thank you, sir. The pleasure is mine because it feels great to be sitting in here, sitting in front of you. Can I start bombarding you with my questions?
Please go ahead.
So first of all, I would like to thank you for giving us the time in your such a hectic schedule. How has it been working in here? You have been working in Bangladesh since October 2023, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, I completed my 1 year of tour of duty here in Bangladesh on the 17th of October. And the journey has been intense and full of excitement. And, we have seen so much happening in Bangladesh over the last 1 year, and we have remained very busy. And the good thing is that, in the whole process, I have, in fact, my whole family and myself, we have developed so many good friendships with the Bangladeshi people across the spectrum. Ordinary people, people in the government, people in the political parties, media, everywhere. So it's been a wonderful journey, and I look forward to the remaining 2 years of my tour of duty here to be as exciting as the previous 1 year. So all in all, it's been a wonderful journey.
So Your Excellency, what is a regular day in your life like?
Well, regular days is very ordinary. It's not exciting, to be honest. If you ask me my honest opinion. What could be, what excitement could be in a bureaucrat's life? I simply wake up in the morning, do sometimes walk, sometimes jog in the park, which is just across the road from our home, and then come to the office, do the official work, meetings, this and that. And whenever I get a chance, I go to the gym to, keep myself fit. Lately, I've been, missing gym a lot because we've gotten very busy, and it's been, I think, months that I haven't visited the gym. My favorite gym is Gulshan Club, and where I actually go every time. And and then the parties and the diplomatic receptions and everything. So all in all, it's a busy life and somewhat exciting, but not very exciting. So it's more business and government business and interacting with the government officials and diplomatic colleagues and so on and so forth. It's quite official. So maybe to the outside world, it may not sound very exciting, but for me professionally, it is very rewarding. And every day, every morning when I wake up, I look forward to interactions with the public, with the people, with the government, with anybody. So meeting and talking is an essential part of my job, and that's what actually brings the nations together. Talk, interact, speak, listen, and so all of this happens every day in my life.
Sounds very fascinating, and I must admit that you still look to be in pretty good shape.
Oh, thank you.
You are saying that you have missed gym for months.
Well, thank you very much for the compliments.
My pleasure, sir.
But I think I need to cover a distance to really get back into my fitness regime. I know I'm not very fit at the moment.
So, Your Excellency, could you please tell us about the potential of tourism between our two nations?
That's a very good question, actually. Let me start by saying that there is immensely huge tourism potential between the two countries. and it has some historical perspective to it. People are very curious about each other. The Bangladeshis are very curious about Pakistanis, and Pakistanis are very curious about Bangladeshis. That has a historical and cultural background to it.
And the cultural similarity is so much between our two nations.
So much cultural similarity, and just to make a little divergence. Yesterday I was in Puran Dhaka, and trust me, except for those writings in Bangla, it just seemed to be I was somewhere in Pakistani old town, maybe in Karachi or maybe in Rawalpindi or somewhere. Absolutely no, I couldn't find any difference except for the writings.
The sights, the smell of biryani
Oh,
is quite
absolutely,
similar, right?
absolutely, and same traffic jams and everything. And I mean, there is a lot of potential. As I said, curiosity on both sides about each other, and then also, there is so much to see in Pakistan. There's so much to see in Bangladesh. I have personally visited quite a few places in Bangladesh, and I would, through your channel, I would urge Pakistanis who are watching this program that do make a plan to visit Bangladesh. There's so much to see in Bangladesh, the Sundarbans, the Sylhet area, the Cox's Bazar, and so on and so forth. There is so much to see. Likewise, I would urge the Bangladeshi people, there is so much to see in Pakistan. Pakistan is kind of it is such a unique geography that you actually have all kinds of weathers, all kinds of landscapes in one package. That you have Alps, you have highlands, you have Alps, then you have plains, you have deserts, you have ocean, you have plains, you have very hot weather like Dhaka, you have very cold Arctic weather as well,
minus weather.
Where the temperature goes to minus. So all in all, Pakistan is a packaged tourism place where anybody who has any particular interest, desert safari or climbing the mountains or just enjoying the beach, it's there in the package. So there's so much for Bangladeshis also to see in Pakistan, and we would encourage Bangladeshi brothers and sisters, who are interested in tourism, to go and see Pakistan. And likewise, the Pakistani people, where we encourage them, because I've seen it personally, up close and personal, the Bangladesh landscape, the people, the food. There's so much to see for Pakistanis also, apart from those cultural affinities and historical thing, the curiosity of the two nations about each other. So there is so much to do in tourism between the two countries.
Sir, since we are talking about tourism, both our people will complain about one thing, that the ticket prices are very higher from Bangladesh to Pakistan or Pakistan to Bangladesh, as we don't have any direct flights. So when will be the direct flights be opening?
Yeah, again, that's another very pertinent question. It is related to tourism as well. That will actually encourage tourism if we have direct flights. We used to have direct flights, and I think that stopped in 2017 possibly. I could be 1 or 2 years off the mark, but around 2017 these flights stopped. And there was also a time when we used to have 2 flights a day. Biman was flying from here and PIA was flying from Pakistan. The question about the cost is basically very simply is because of that the reason that you have to travel through a third country. There is no direct flight, and then the layover time, and then the travel time door to door from your home to a place in Pakistan is nearly, I think it takes a whole day. And once we have those direct flights, and then that's costly as well, because of you have to change the flight, it's a detour and everything. So therefore there is this price issue with that. But once we have those direct flights, and let me assure you that the work is in progress regarding the direct flights between Pakistan and Bangladesh, and inshallah very soon you will see the flights will begin to operate between the two countries. And on that day, I'm looking forward to the day when the first flight operates from here or from Pakistan. I will personally go to the airport with har and we'll put this har on to the captain of the plane and everything. So it is going to be an occasion when the first flight operates either from here or from Pakistan. So, and definitely once the direct flights resume, the cost will be nearly, my sense is, I could be again wrong, but my sense is it will be pretty much lower. The cost would be much lower than the cost that the people have to pay at this point in time. So shorter, the travel time would be shortened, drastically shortened, and the cost would also be less. And I can, just to emphasize, it is very possible that, you can have your breakfast in Dhaka and have your lunch in Karachi.
Wow, that's going to be amazing.
That's possible. That's going to happen once the direct flights start. And it's not just Karachi. You can actually travel from here to Karachi, Islamabad, or Lahore. There are 3 destinations which are already agreed upon between the two countries from long time in the air services agreement. So 3 destinations in Pakistan, and I think Chittagong and Dhaka from Pakistan. So there is so much, we are just waiting, fingers crossed. Inshallah, I think that we will soon see the direct flights operating between the two countries.
I am very optimistic about this, and I think our viewers will be very delighted to hear about this, because many of our hikers, many travel vloggers, they want to visit Pakistan. There are many sites in Pakistan that we want to see, we want to experience.
I think at least 2 Bangladeshi climbers who have summited Mount
K2.
Everest. No, not K2 yet, Mount Everest in Nepal. And I challenge them, come to Pakistan and try to conquer K2. And they will. So you will see a lot of, even hardcore tourism, that adventure tourism is also going to happen. I mean, the Western countries, their tourists, they frequently visit Pakistan for adventure tourism, climbing K2. There are like 5 summits, the mountains which are above 8,000 meters. Those are in Pakistan. Out of 14, 5 are in Pakistan, and the second highest is K2, that is also in Pakistan. So apart from normal tourism, we are also looking at adventure tourism, and of course the family visits. There are so many families, Bangladeshi families in Pakistan, and there are so many Pakistanis here. So the visit, once this direct flight starts, it's going to change the whole dynamics.
Sir, I would like to add one more thing. I think there's one Bangladeshi lady, if I'm not mistaken, her name is Wasfia Nazreen, who has submitted K2.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Thank you for adding to my knowledge. I thought there were only those 2 guys, but that's wonderful. That's great.
So, Your Excellency, since we are talking about starting direct flights from Pakistan to Bangladesh and from Bangladesh to Pakistan very soon, so we heard that Pakistan can be a good healthcare destination for the Bangladeshi people. Could you please elaborate on this?
Well, actually, if we go back a little bit, like 2 or 3 years back, there has already been medical tourism happening between Pakistan and Bangladesh. There have been a number of patients, mostly, the kidney transplant patients. They have actually visited Pakistan and got their treatment there. So this was happening. But recently, the government has actually, streamlined this whole thing. And they have established a proper mechanism for medical tourism for the foreigners for any kind of treatment. And they have designated around 27 hospitals, reputable hospitals of international reputation in Pakistan. They are in all the 3 provinces, main provinces. Not in, I don't think there is one in Balochistan where I come from, but in Punjab, Sindh, and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, there are many hospitals, altogether around 27 of them. All kinds of treatment, cancer, kidney transplant, liver transplant, any other ailment. So those are there. Those have been approved by the government of Pakistan for the purpose of treating the foreigners for their medical needs. And that is very much there. And I will share with you the list of hospitals that have actually been designated for the purpose of treating the foreign patients who need treatment in Pakistan. So yes, and we are encouraging that. So all in all, I think this medical tourism is there to explore. And then the other important thing is, we did some internal analysis. The cost of treatment, average cost of treatment.
I was just about to ask you that.
Average cost of treatment in Pakistan is far less than any other country in the region.
Wow.
It is less than that. And post-operative care, which is very important, when the paramedics take over, for the care after the operation or any treatment, that is also
much cheaper.
Immaculate. That's very good. And then, especially in case of Bangladeshis, when they go there, they don't have that kind of a cultural issue. So it's the same thing. They easily blend in. It's easy for them to blend with the people around them in Pakistan.
The language barrier is
much less, and they feel at home, honestly. And then the post-operative care, which I mentioned, that is very much there. So all in all, it's going to be very beneficial for medical tourism. The things that we are putting in place in Pakistan.
So, what's your most favorite Bangladeshi dish?
The most favorite one, I would say, has been the kachi biryani, honestly. And I had the opportunity to try it when there was an occasion at the presidency, at the presidential palace. There was a head of state visiting Bangladesh. This was like 5-6 months back. And I think probably they had the best chef around. So on that day, trust me, I overate. Honestly, I overate. But it was so amazing. It was so amazing. So this kachi biryani has been an instant hit with me, at least. So I mean, I'm ready to eat anytime, anytime, anywhere. If there is kachi biryani, I would eat it.
Since you have mentioned about kachi biryani, you made my work a bit easier. I was about to ask you, because this is something that we debate with Pakistani people, whose biryani is the best. So I would like to ask your opinion.
Actually, you cannot compare the two. The name may be common, but the ingredients, the method, and the final products are very, very different.
Even the rice that they use are different.
They're very different. Just because they have the same name does not mean that we can compare them. Honestly, that's a very different genre, if I say, genre of food. And kachi biryani is a very different one. Honestly, you just simply cannot compare. They are two separate things. And having said that, biryani, my biryani and your biryani for me are at par. I mean, if it is biryani, Pakistani biryani, yes, or if it's a kachi biryani, they are equally relishing for me. I don't, make any distinction between the two, honestly.
So earlier you mentioned that you have visited quite a few places in Bangladesh. So which place did you like the most?
I've actually visited, my first visit was to a place, I'm forgetting the name, unfortunately, Kumila.
Oh.
Immediately after I arrived, I went to Kumila. There was some Remembrance Day program by the British High Commission, and we went there.
Oh, there's a war cemetery.
War cemetery, yeah. Kumila, Chittagong, Sylhet, Cox's Bazar. These are the 4 places I have visited, and I think maybe it was because of weather or what. Among all these 4, the best so far I have seen. I haven't seen Bangladesh enough yet, no? But whatever I have seen yet, I think I would give number 1 place to Sylhet. The weather, the day I visited there, the weather was amazing, very pleasant. It was raining, but very refreshing. And we stayed at one of those resorts in the middle of jungle, and there was this tea gardens and everything. So that was amazing. That really impressed me. That really impressed me going to Sylhet. Cox's Bazar seems quite similar to Karachi, but it has a very nice, beautiful, long drive. The Marine Drive. The Marine Drive. Mountains on one side, the sea on the other side, and the serenity and amazingly clean place, which is hard to find in the world these days, clean beaches. But that is one of those very clean beaches, and in its preserved in its natural beauty and its thing. So that was second. Cox's Bazar, I mean, the Chittagong is like any other city, Sorry for the Chittagonians, I'm sorry, but Chittagong is just like, any commercial city.
Common with your Pakistani cities as well, right?
Because maybe like Karachi, like any commercial city. Otherwise, occasionally, when I feel like having a long drive and just, unwinding myself, I visit Padma. I take the vehicle, I just drive over all the way to Padma Bridge, sit there.
Enjoy the drive.
I enjoy the drive, and then I sit by the banks watching the boats with my family sometimes alone.
So sir, since we were talking about the change in dynamic, I would like to ask one more question. So with the change in the dynamic of our country's situation, a new initiative have been taken. We are talking about reform and rebuilding the nation. As a guest, as a foreigner staying in Bangladesh, what do you want? Like, in which sector or in which area do you want to see the reform happening?
Well, actually, you see, it is up to the people of Bangladesh, the government of Bangladesh, the politicians and the political parties of the Bangladesh, the youth of Bangladesh. It is for them to decide what kind of reforms they want and where they want to take the country from here forward. I can only say say that our best wishes for the people of Bangladesh, for the government of Bangladesh, all the best with the reforms, and we hope that everything and anything that comes out of these reforms benefits the people of Bangladesh, and it is good for the government and the people of Bangladesh. We can only say that we extend our best wishes for the government and the people of Bangladesh in their efforts for bringing reforms in the country.
Very well said, and thanks for your wishes.
Pleasure.
So, sir, what do you see for the future of the relationship between our two nations?
Things are looking very positive. Things are looking up for bilateral relations between Pakistan and Bangladesh in every sphere, in every aspect. And a lot of positive things are happening. So things are looking up for our country, both our countries, and things positive on the economic side, on culture side, on political side, all over, all those areas. Everything, mashallah, is on a positive trajectory. And I cannot put my finger at this point in time exactly what is happening. When it happens, everybody will see. And inshallah, we will see in the coming weeks and months, the relations between Pakistan and Bangladesh will move from strength to strength and getting better and better and more robust. So all positive as far as I know. Very positive for Pakistan and Bangladesh, the relations.
So we are also very optimistic, and we are keeping an open mind, and we do want these two nations to come together and move on in the future.
Inshallah.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Your insights have been very invaluable today. But before we go, I'll have to present one gift that is from our sponsor, Mumtaz Herbal product, to you. So, sir, this is for you from Mumtaz Herbal products.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
My pleasure, sir.
Thank you. It's wonderful having you here.
Likewise, sir.
I enjoyed the discussion and look forward to have many more in the coming days and weeks.
We would love to come here again and again, and I personally want to see your woodworks.
Definitely. We'll show you the woodworks. I will also serve you some biryani.
Oh, that
Pakistani food and some sajia.
That would be the cherry on top.
I'm sure we'll do that. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's an honor. Thank you again, Your Excellency, for your valuable time and for sharing all these useful informations with us. And thanks to all of our viewers for tuning in and staying with us until so long. We'll see you again next week with a new special guest. Till then, like and subscribe City FM 96's official Facebook page and YouTube channel. Bye-bye.